Hey there everybody, the Autistic Gamer here, and I'm just going to talk about some things that I kind of wanted to get off my chest. It's not something to do with this channel, it's something to do with me, okay? Um, okay, so, you guys remember I was talking about my autism and all that, and I've said time and time again, and I've said to this day that I'm not making this because I've not suffered from depression. I've never suffered from depression, and in a week I was kind of thinking about it, and then I remembered, and then I kind of thought of a few reasons why to do why that is, and I mean, you can think of lots of reasons, but I get this is just going to be me. I'm going to explain exactly why, um, in my eyes, I never suffered from depression. So I've not had, let's just say, a good role in my past life. In my life in the past, high school wasn't really that great for me. I suffered from bullying a lot. I did suffer bullying a lot. I was bullied a lot. And that right there is a lot for a lot of people. It kicks home with there, but I never suffered from depression. And teachers, I mean, I was getting bullied, and some days were harder than some days were easy, some days were hard because of that. Until eventually it got to a point where, after a certain thing happened, I had to leave. It was in what, few months into fifth year at high school. This is Scotland, so you're gonna have to, so the fifth year of high school out of the six. We were 2 months in, and after a certain incident, I couldn't return. I had to leave, and you just wonder, it's like, and I've and you could say, and I was never moody. I never, well, moody, wrong word. Sorry, wrong word. I never suffered from depression, and I didn't suffer from depression during that. And I guess it's because during my time at school, during lunch and breaks, at the school I was at, there was a support for learning room, or a place for with support for learning, because of my autism. I was there. I was allowed to go there. And then during break or lunches, we could sit inside and chat to everyone and chat to friends. And I'm guessing that's why I never suffered from it, because no matter how bad a day I had, would always go into support for learning, and I would have a laugh with I would have a laugh with my friends. I would have a laugh with my friends, because I would take my iPod in, and and a couple of my friends would always pester me to give them my iPod and see if they could beat my score in Angry Birds or something and all that, or have fun with the apps I had on my iPod. My iPod. It was certainly a fun time in support for learning, I'll tell you that. Outside support for learning, not that great, but inside it was also fun. And I'm guessing that's kind of the reason. I'm guessing that's probably why I never suffered from depression, because I always had that laugh. I was always had that laugh, and I was able to help others. Because there was a kid when I was S4. When I started S4, there was a kid that started. Unfortunately, had Down syndrome. I believe it was Down syndrome. Don't say. I believe he had Down syndrome. Okay, so I'm not sure I can't remember if it was someone they told me if he did, but I'm just guessing he had Down syndrome. I'm not saying he did. I'm saying I think he did. And you know what autism mind can be like. Sometimes they'll get the wrong idea on things. Um, but he had a helper who was also in support for learning, but she left, and I don't know why. Sometimes he would. he wouldn't listen to the teachers or the support staff to go to classes. Sometimes he'd be slumping in the base, but for some reason he seemed to listen to me a little bit better. I don't know why. It was because I've always given him a cheery, a cheery laugh and all that, or whether a cheery like how do you do and that, or whether it was because of my sheer height. Because remember, I'm like 6.5 foot, and I would think, well, I was like six, just over 6 foot at the time. I would say 6'3", 6'4", maybe at the time, and because I was my height, but he always seemed to listen to me a little bit better. So sometimes I'd be in a class, or I'd just gone to my class. I'm sat down, just about to start, when all of a sudden a knock at the door. It's one of the support workers. Kieran, come down. Kieran, come down. Support for learning for a minute. When they say that, I immediately knew who it would be to help him out. But that was the thing. It's like I was getting bullied, but I was always in cheery mood and was able to help others. And I guess it was probably because I had friends that I could chat to. I could talk and have a friggin' can of deodorant. I had friends I could talk to. I could have laughs with, and my spirit was always high. And even the teachers telling my parents, they were saying that it's like no matter what was going on, his spirits was always high. He always had high spirits. I always had high spirits. I'm always jokingly laughing, joking about, and all that. And it's unbelievable. It's like throughout the hardest times for me, I always had friends I could always have laughs with. I still chat to some of them today, although I've left school, they've left school, they've gone off, but I still chat to them occasionally. So yeah, I do chat to them occasionally. And I don't really know. It's just something I wanted to really get off my chest. You know. And forgive me for not going into the semantics of all the bullying and how they've done all this, but I really don't want to talk about it. I hope you can forgive me, but you understand. I just don't really want to talk about it. I'm happy to admit that I was being bullied and all of that and that, but I don't want to go into much. I don't want to go into detail of exactly the stuff that was happening. I just don't want to. I hope you can understand that. But I always had friends, but I never suffered from depression. And as I said, I always had friends. Forgive me if I am repeating, but I just want to hammer this home. I had friends I could always have a laugh with, despite me being bullied, and all that. And I know I'm sorry, and for those people who don't watch it for this show, I don't watch this. Sorry for bringing this up, but if you sorry for bringing this show up. If you have a feeling I'm about to bring this up, but I've never watched the show, My Little Pony. I've never watched it. I'm just throwing that out there. I've never watched it. I know of it. I've never watched it. My nieces used to watch it. I've never watched it, but I know of it, obviously. I kind of get the morale, what the thing they're supposed to do is like, with friends by your side, with friendship, you can conquer practically anything. You could conquer maybe any obstacle that comes your way. I'm guessing that's kind of. I don't watch the show, so I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but it feels as if it's like they've told me the thing. They're giving us the thing is like, with friends by your side, you can overcome any obstacle, and I guess that's what I did. I'm guessing that's kind of what I did because what for me with friends by my side, I was able to put bullying to the bullying to one side, leave that behind when I left. I know I left high school because of it, but I still had friends by my side. I was able to just put the bullying aside and just concentrate on my life and get my grades and all that in college. And it was It's a nice boost in morale. My morale, I guess, and it's kind of a thing. I guess there are some bits and bobs of me that I don't know if I'm still kind of a little uneasy from the bullying. I mean, I know I'm autism and am I autistic, and we tend not to get joke. We tend to take some jokes and sarcasm a bit too seriously. But I'm wondering, for me, am I taking it more seriously than the others because of my bullying? Because of I got bullied, was I able to take it a bit too serious? Am I taking them a bit more serious than I actually should be? Am I a little uptight with it? Because there's been times where I just a jokey, I have laughingly joke, but I don't show it, but I do kind of feel like, am I getting it too? I don't get the joke, and am I taking it too seriously and stuff? Um, I know it's. I'm trying to. I know I'm pausing, but I'm trying to explain it as best I can. It's not easy. But as I was saying, but back to the bullying thing. I guess, as I said, I never watched the show My Little Pony, but I guess I'm kind of guessing the thing with then is like with magic, with friends by your side, you can conquer any obstacle. As I said, and that's kind of what I did. I had friends by my side. I could always, have laughters with, have a chat with, have laughter with, and I was able to put the bullying to one side, and I've kind of overcome my, and I've kind of overcome it almost. But yeah. I really appreciate you people watching this. It means a lot. Cause of my past, I do appreciate you people watching this. Cause it's I'm trying to keep myself level-headed here, but the support I've had throughout my years, throughout on this, it was pretty good. It was pretty amazing, and I enjoyed. I was thankful with this. Now the past I've had, it's not been the easiest life for me, honestly. I mean, high school was the worst. I've picked myself up, but high school was the worst. But I'm guessing is even if you are suffering from depression or not, or going through bullying yourself, just remember there are people out there willing to help and listen. Don't think you're alone in this. There are people willing to help, and there were people willing to help me. And know that, but and such. But yeah, I just wanted to get this off my chest. This wasn't scripted. This is from the heart speaking. And this, all that, but it wasn't easy for me to make this. Trust me, guys, it was not easy for me to make this. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to say is like I never suffered from depression. And I guess you can thank French, my friend, and I guess me. I can guess with my friends by my side, I was able to help. I guess and having laughter with friends really helped me and all that. But I guess it's kind of it really. I know. I bet a lot of you didn't expect me to bring up the comparison with My Little Pony. It's like, it's like that. But the thing is, it's like their moral of the show is. But I think what it is with friends by your side, you can overcome any obstacle. With friends by my side, I was able to put the bullying to one side. basically what I'm kind of saying. And I just want to make this clear, I've never watched the show. I've heard of it, but I've never watched the show. I just want to point that out there. So, I really appreciate you all watching and listening to this. Sorry if I feel like I've rambled on this, but I really want to get this off my chest. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Notice the Gamer. Thank you all for listening. Bye bye.